to the profession that practice engineering, who plans, design, build and test machines and structural materials to provide practical objective and requirements concerning the limitations imposed by practicality, regulation, safety, and cost. Simple manner, everything that we've seen and used in our daily lives, including the technology, transportation, structures, and many more, involves the work of an engineer. But how can an engineer produce in one technology, transportation, structures, and many more? Simply, it tackles about budget. A budget is a financial plan for a defined period. It also includes planned sales, volumes and revenues, resources quantities, costs, assets, liabilities, and cash flow. In the field of engineering, budget generally refers to a list of all planned expenses and revenues. There are 9 basic budget considerations. These are the following: permit, insurance, blueprint, drafting and review, interest fees, site preparation, foundation, exterior, HVAC are also known as heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, and lastly, interior. Permit. This tackles about the approval issued by the local government agencies that allows the contractor to proceed a construction. Next up is insurance. Insurance is an essential component of a construction risk management plan. In case of an emergency, insurance can compensate to a specified loss, damage, or bodily injured in return for argument. Blueprint, drafting, and review. For the preparation of architectural plans and technical drawings for construction and engineering purposes, architects and contractors usually include the price of printed plans in their bill. Interest and fees. In project finance, the interest that accumulates in a loan that finances the construction of a building or development. It is a cost for the project, though it is not always calculated as such. Site preparation. Site preparation involves the demolition or wrecking of buildings and other structures, clearing of building sites, and sale of materials from demolished structures. Foundation. Provide the structure stability from the ground to distribute the weight of the structures once a large area in order to avoid overloading the underlying soil. Exterior. Everything that is seen outside the structures. HVAC, or heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. The fact remains that fresh air is good for the body, and in commercial buildings, it helps improve productivity. A good ventilation system helps to reduce the number of pollutants, bacteria, and odor in a facility. Lastly is the interior. Everything that is seen inside the structures. Government, families, and other organizations use budget to express strategic plans of activities of events and measurable terms. Personal budget. A personal budget is among the most important concepts of personal finance. In a personal or family budget, all sources of income, which is known as inflows, are identified, and expenses, which are known as outflows, are planned with the intent of matching outflows to inflows. Now, let us proceed to the government budget. A government budget is an annual financial statement which outlines the estimated government expenditure and expected government receipts or revenues for the forthcoming fiscal year. Depending on the feasibility of these estimates, budgets are of the 3 types: balanced budget, surplus budget, and deficit budget. A government budget is considered to be a balanced budget if the estimated government expenditure is equal to expected government receipts in a particular financial year. If the expected government revenues exceed the estimated government expenditure in a particular financial year, this indicates that a government budget is said to be a surplus budget. A government budget is said to be a deficit budget if the estimated government expenditure exceeds the expected government revenue in a particular financial year. Corporate budget. The budget of a company is compiled annually. A finished budget usually requires considerable effort and can be seen as a financial plan for the new financial year. It is because there is a change of sales and either it is decreasing or increasing. In this video, you have learned about the importance of budget in line with the basic consideration, and we talk about three characteristics of budget, which is personal budget, government budget, and corporate budget in line with engineering greatly